Hey guys, Rhett here, Section 8 guy. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, leave your questions and comments below, and I'll get to every single one of them. Today's topic, I want to talk to you about something that took me a little while to learn. And it's a huge mistake that some investors make when they first start buying in lower income areas. When you first start buying in lower income areas, you don't really know what to buy, right? You see these low price tags and you say, wow, I can't believe that. Wow, I can make a great investment here and buy this really cheap house, put a Section 8 tenant in there, or put a straight cash rent tenant in there and make a great return on my money. However, there's an art to buying in low income areas. And what that art is it is staying in the best areas in lower income areas. Now, what does that mean? Well, for example, if you're driving through an area where people live who are a lower income, okay, and you're driving through, there are going to be some streets that are really not good. A lot of blight, which means abandoned properties, houses falling down, okay, a lot of maybe trash, maybe burned down homes that were never fixed, just a lot of abandoned, ugly property, okay? And then you might have a couple houses on that street that are pretty nice, right? You keep driving, you might go down a street where you can tell that there's a heavy crime presence, right? There's people hanging out on the street that don't look too friendly. There's a lot of bars on the windows. There are overgrown yards where, you know, there's an unusual amount of foot traffic, maybe out front where people aren't really taking care of their houses. Again, that's two examples of streets in lower income areas that I wouldn't want to invest in. Now, there is another street in some of these lower income areas that is the best place to invest. And that is on the streets where people care, okay? Just because people don't make as much money as other areas in the country, right, or other areas of the city, doesn't mean that they don't take care of their properties, okay? Now, in lower income areas, there are some streets that are great, okay? And what I mean by that is you're looking at Class C, sometimes Class D property, but you need to look for a Class A neighborhood. What does that mean? It means grasses are cut, okay? It means people that are in that area care about what their house looks like because people take a lot of pride in that, right? If I'm buying a house, do I want to buy a house on a street where maybe it's a really good deal, it might be the best house on the street, but there are 10 other houses on that street that are caved in or a fire happened 3 years ago and nobody's done anything. There's abandoned lots, okay? And maybe there's only a couple houses for sale there on that whole street, and those are the only houses on that street that are habitable, right? So you will find, I promise you, neighborhoods in lower income areas where people care about what their home looks like. People care about the appearance of their neighborhood. Those are where you want to buy. Those are where neighbors care about who moves in, and that's very important. Like I said, just because someone doesn't make as much money doesn't mean they don't care about where they live, right? A lot of times, with the way that the wealth gap is increasing rapidly in our country, people in some of these more impoverished areas that are lower income cannot move out. They are stuck, right? But that doesn't mean that they don't care about where they live. They want good neighbors. They don't want crime in their neighborhoods. They want to have nice manicured yards. They want nice things, right? My favorite thing to do is if I'm looking for a property, if I find a good deal in a lower income area and I'm driving down the street and I see people outside, people on their porch, people waving, people cutting their grass, kids out in the street playing, that's a fantastic sign. That's where I want to stay, okay? I don't want to go to the streets where nobody's on the street, there's bars on the windows, people are afraid to go outside. You don't want to invest there because the people that are going to move into that street might not be the best tenants. You want the tenants that drive down that really nice street in that nice neighborhood and say, wow, I want to live here. And I promise you'll have good tenants, right? You guys will, you'll share, you'll share the want to purchase in that neighborhood and a tenant who wants to live in that neighborhood. And that is always a good combination. All right, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your questions and comments below. We'll see you next time.